Good morning, everyone. It's Curly K here. It is March 27th. It's Thursday, so we're almost at the end of the week. We're going to hop right into today's free trade ideas. So we're actually looking at PANW, and what I do see is that we are a failed to up. So it looks like we might actually be sitting close to, if not already below, the 50% mark of the previous week, which let's see here, 184.50, 184.70. We're actually below it during pre-market. So 184.70 is going to be that 50% mark. So what that means to me is that there is the potential for this thing to go outside week go three, or essentially take out the other end of this particular candle here. So bearing in mind that I am more so bearish on PANW, but as always, we do not have any directional bias. We take exactly what the market gives us based on market structure. So I also see that we have this very nice Maribozu type candle. Wow, that is some aggressive selling on PANW. So let's go ahead and mark this thing out and see exactly what we have here. So to the downside, we do have our put entry off of the day, and let's see what we have. All right, so to the downside, we're looking at about 178.89. So if we did nothing but drop the entire day, 178.89 is where we might actually see some exhaustion. Okay, so we're looking at that particular level as our ATR target. And then let's go ahead and map out our PT since we do have to switch gears for the 4 hour entry to look for our call entry. So we have our price target on the day, which is the low of this candle. The low of this candle, we have to close the gap, obviously, and then we get back to the bottoms of the candles. All right. Not sure why that's there. And then let's go ahead and clone that. All right, so we have our price targets mapped out for the downside. And then for the 4 hour, we find our call entry. So let's go ahead and attach that there. And let's see what our target is to the upside. So for the upside, we are looking at about 191.03. And then let's map out our targets if there are any present. And yes, there is one. Looks like it's right there. And that's our 4 hour price target. All right, everyone. So with that being the case, let's talk about the contracts that we'll be interested in. So to the upside, we're looking at anything in the money to 190. And then to the downside, we're looking at anything in the money to 180. So again, to the upside, in the money to 190. And then for the downside, we're looking at anything in the money to 180. These are going to be weeklies, so expirations for tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Also, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, send this to a friend or a family member. Follow me on Twitter, Threads, and Instagram to track the performance of these particular free trade ideas. Just yesterday, we got over 200% on the trade idea that we had. So I hope to see you in Baggage Claim. Have a blessed day. Bye.